Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. I'm so happy and honored and thrilled that today I record my solo episode, my newest episode, number 333. And when I began my journey on December the 12th, 2023, last year, I never dreamt about having so many episodes by the end of by the end of the year. No, we are still in the middle of the year, and I'm so inspired to share my newest insights with you about podcasting, about my journey. And today is a new beginning. I can tell you, because every day is a new beginning if we set our mind to it, that this is so, and we are ready to embrace the unexpected, the unknown. And I can tell you, I learned so much through my podcast episodes. And to start with, so first of all, before I started my podcast, I had to take a huge amount of courage to make a committed decision and to say, yes, I finally want to start my own podcast. I want to have a podcast. And not everybody can do this. So many people start something. It can be a podcast, it can be writing a book, it can be singing music, writing songs, whatever it is. They start a project, and guess what? When the first obstacle comes, they quit, they give up. Did I give up? No, I will never give up. I promise you this. This is only the beginning. This is why I say this, because this week especially, I had a new opportunity. So what I did is I found Podmatch, and it is a website similar to Matchmaker, but in my opinion, so much better concerning the workflow. So what you can do there, first of all, is you can register as the host for a podcast show or as a guest to find shows, or of course you can have both profiles, a profile as a guest and a profile as the host, and you can set up your podcast show profile so other people can see this. And when you see this recording at Be Connected, you also see the little button on the left side, the link Stay Live in the replays, and you see the button that leads you directly to Podmatch. So what is Podmatch about? It helps me to improve and to enhance my process, how to find guests and how to schedule my new podcast episodes. So I did this for the last 4 days, 3 days, let's say, 3 full days, and I already was booked by over 80 people. You can't imagine. And I went from place 10,800, I don't know how many, to place number 7. So I'm in the top 15 now in the monthly ranking, and I'm so proud of myself that I saw this as an opportunity that I have to grab. So this is the newest development of the Inspired podcast, and I renamed the podcast also in Inspired Choice today, because it is a choice. We make the choice to be inspired and to stay on that frequency, of course. Then it is a daily show. It is a daily podcast. We publish 1 episode per day. This is the commitment. This is my joy and pleasure that I can do this, and I will continue, of course. And I committed to 1,111 episodes. But once I said this, I thought maybe I don't stop after that, because I remember Napoleon Hill. He interviewed over 3,000 people for his famous book Think and Grow Rich, and he examined the successful people and also the failures, and what do they have in common. And then he wrote his law of success, and you can learn from him. So this is why I do book study every day. for you here at Be Connected, you can join for 30 minutes and we read 1 page per day. This is persistence, when you can do something on a consistent basis every day, for example, then you are observed as you really mean what you say. You are reliable. You want that. So the question is, how much do you want it, the success? And then you show up for yourself and you show the world and the universe that you are serious about what you are doing and your decisions as well. So welcome. And I had the pleasure to talk to over 330 people over the last 8 months, let's say 9 months, because today is like a celebration. We celebrate 9 months of Inspired Choice today. That means it is like a baby coming out now. So the baby is born. Of course, the podcast was born already in December 2023, but I had no clue what I would encounter, what I would learn every day, because I record several episodes every single day. And this is the pleasure of my life. This is what I want to do. This inspires me. And also we showcase all those beautiful authors, leaders, and writers and experts in their field all over the world. And I had a conversation yesterday that I don't do pre-interviews. So what I do is the people get the link. They can schedule in my calendar, then they receive the link and notifications as well right before the show starts. And then they jump into my room, my recording room, and we meet for the first time. Often we meet for the first time. Of course, in the beginning, I interviewed all of my friends and acquaintances all over the world. And I'm so proud that I did this journey, because I only began almost 3 years ago. I started when I became a PGI consultant. What is a PGI consultant? If you know Bob Proctor, then I am able to facilitate his successful program, transformational program, Thinking and Results. And when I said yes to the opportunity, then I was aware that this had to do with me improving my English as well. So the 2 things I learned, or 3 things were, I improved my English, and I became very, very courageous of talking to people, like to you today in a solo episode, and also to show up on camera every day. So I trained this, and these are soft skills, of course. You have to have them. But when I meet people and they are so scared or excited about the show, then I think, you don't have to. You are perfect as you are. You are exactly at the right place right now in this moment, and you share your awareness with us. And this serves everyone, because there are no coincidences. So everything happens for a reason. And yesterday I talked to someone as well, and we said we can only connect the dots looking backwards, never looking forwards. Because if we did it, life would be boring, right? When you do one thing now today and you know exactly what it leads you to. Of course, you set your beautiful goal for yourself and you do productive activities to reach that goal on a daily basis. Yes, this is what also Thinking and Results is about. So I show you how to get what you really, really want. But the first requirement is that you know what you really, really want. So today, I wanted to have a podcast. I have my podcast. I have a successful podcast. I interviewed people all over the world. The countries are, I think, 47 countries. And I will continue, of course. And I wanted to say thank you so much to my listeners, to my audience, that you are faithful or loyal to me, and you stay here. You listen to every episode, and you are welcome to share, for example, wishes. What do you want me to talk about? Also, which guests do you want me to contact for an interview? I would like to know you more, who you are, where you are located in the world. So if you listen to this, feel free to shoot me an email, let's say to because I created a homepage, and it is called inspiredchoice.today. So you can send an email at feedback@inspiredchoice.today. And yeah, this is my email address, and feel free to check out my homepage. We can connect on LinkedIn, of course, and on YouTube. We have this YouTube channel. It is called Inspired Choice as well. So if you ask me for my wishes, what are my wishes, my goals for until the end of 2024? As I ask my guests in every episode, because goals are important. Goals are what makes us moving and getting up every day. So my goals are to grow the YouTube channel, to grow my audience, and to have marvelous, wonderful guests all over the world. So when the podcast is growing, then I intend to start traveling again, and I will travel the world and all those beautiful places where my guests come from. And then I will meet my guests, and I will talk about this in later episodes. So I'm so happy that you are here today. Tell me what I can do for you. If you would love to be my next inspired interview guest, then feel free to reach out. My favorite platform to do so is Podmatch, right? Podmatch. And yeah, you podmatch.com, you register to be a host or a guest or both, and then you can contact me, and you see the link on the right side. Join me at Podmatch. This is so amazing because yeah, you can schedule your interview with me, and it's very, very easy. So it serves the both of us to become visible all over the world and to reach our clients as well, because so my guests are authors, leaders, and experts in their field, in their niche. And also, so they have a book out, and often they have a freebie as well. You can check out the websites. And what I do on a daily basis is I improve my YouTube channel, because the search engine optimization is so important. And I learn this on a daily basis. Every day I learn something new, what I can do. Yesterday I learned it is important to add the links of my guest, the homepage or social media profile, to the YouTube description. It is so important because YouTube is like Google, and it's like a search engine. So so the ranking gets better the more often the homepage is mentioned in the internet, right? So I improve this on a daily basis. And what else? So if you did not subscribe to my YouTube channel yet, please do. The name is Inspired Choice. You find me. I like to grow this channel. I like to serve you and to help you to reach your goals. So if you need help, I am a consultant for thinking and results. I can do coaching program with you, tailored, customized for you, how you like it, for example, 3 month or 6 month. And please reach out. I mentioned already the email address, and if you would like to be interviewed, I have also the email address interview@inspiredchoice.today. There you can pitch your offers, your clients, your ideas for interview topics. And what I also do is I have a LinkedIn newsletter to talk about the podcast interviews as well. And yeah, and you can subscribe to that. You can find me on LinkedIn at Be Connected. My podcast is at 10 other streaming platforms like Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Music, of course, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, and Good Pods. I have to mention Good Pods because this site it's an app, and you can have it on your mobile phone, of course, and you can listen to podcasts all day long, and you can review them and leave a rating, and please leave a 5-star rating every time you see the Inspired Choice Today podcast. Yes, I will be so grateful for you and happy, and send you all the love I have. So we study the book The Power by Rhonda Byrne every day. It is at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 Pacific Time Zone, then 3:30 in the Central European Time, and 2:30 GMT, that means UK time, and there are other time zones as well. You can ask for them. You can join us at Be Connected. We are a group. We start with The Power by Rhonda Byrne for 10 minutes. And then we dive into Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And at the end, we do a gratitude exercise. 5 minutes, we write down 5 things we are grateful for and why we are grateful for them. This exercise comes from the book The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And Rhonda Byrne, if you are listening to this, I would love to have you as my next inspired podcast interview guest. My name is Caroline. I am from Germany and I read your book in 2008, The Secret. Then I forgot The Secret for almost 10 years. No, I think it was 13 years maybe. And then I came across Bob Proctor again and signed up to be one of his consultants. And this is so amazing because you learn every day, you train your mind, you master your mind. And yeah, and I'm so grateful for you all because you are my inspiration. And last year I asked myself what inspires me at all, because I came from a burnout in 2021 or 2022, and then I decided to only focus on the things I love and to turn away from the things I don't love so that I don't choose them. And this is why I started the podcast, because this is my pleasure. This is where I live. I love to record interviews since I was little. I had my little tape recorder, and I taped, or I recorded my whole life. I did like screenplays, or I invented people I spoke to in my interviews, and I wrote also little novels or short stories, and then I recorded this. Then something happened with me that I stopped speaking. I think it was the divorce of my parents. Now I remember I was 10 years old, and it was a shock for me. It was like a PTBS, or I don't know the word in PTBS, post-traumatic, something like that syndrome. And I stopped speaking. And I don't know, maybe this was my reaction, my sort of protest for the situation I didn't like at all. I wanted to change the situation. I wanted my dad to come back, but it was not healthy at that time, but I didn't know at that age that it was also dangerous for me and my mother. So I stopped speaking as a reaction, and I started writing. The whole day long, I had pen friends all over the world. I journaled all day long, and then I wrote my novels as well. So but my teachers never recognized me for that. They did not recognize the writer in me. They always gave me bad marks for not speaking. Maybe I associated this with that I am a bad person, or my efforts are too low and I have to do more in order to be seen at all, seen and recognized. Yes. And the thing is, then I went to university and I did not speak either. And and then I thought later on, so 3 years ago, I thought, I have to change something. There is a side in me I did not discover yet, so I can bring this side to the surface and talk to people, especially in a foreign language as well, which is a challenge, because French is my first foreign language, and then I learned English at the age of 13. And and I always I don't know, I did not train it, but then I decided, because all the material of Bob Proctor and was in English, and I decided this is what I want to learn. So I focused on that, and I'm very grateful that I did, and I'm grateful for all the people along my way helping me, supporting me to achieve my goal finally. And this is one of my goals, to have my own podcast, and I will never let this go. Let's say I can let it go. Now it makes me so happy that I continue, of course. And yeah, and thank you for listening until now. And as I told you, I started um, being on Podmatch as well, and I found beautiful people. You will see all the next 80 or 100 episodes are with guests from Podmatch. So I highly recommend that you join Podmatch. There's a community as well, and the founders are very kind and also reachable. You can ask your questions, and also you get rewarded when you refer people, but also when you record episodes. And this is my new adventure, my new journey. And I let you know. This was episode 333. My name is Caroline. I'm from Germany. I love traveling and I love podcasts. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye for now and see you in the next episode.